Welcome to the Explainer. If you're a Salesforce professional, you just can't escape the buzz around AI. So today, we're going to cut right through all that hype and see what's really going on for developers and admins when you actually try to put these tools to work. I mean, it's the billion-dollar promise we hear everywhere, right? AI is going to supercharge your productivity. But when it comes to writing complex code in a real-world Salesforce org, is that promise even true? Well, the answer might actually shock you. A recent study from Archive took a look at experienced developers, and what they found was when using AI tools, their task completion time actually went up by 19%. Yeah, they got slower. Okay, so let's get into this. We're going to break down exactly why this happens by looking at the two very different worlds of Salesforce AI. Then we'll cover the real-world problems you're going to run into, and finally, map out a much, much smarter way forward. So here's the most important thing to get straight right away. Salesforce AI Apex isn't one single thing. It's actually two completely different ideas that get all tangled up together. And honestly, that's where all the confusion really begins. So let's start with the first path, the one that probably jumps into your head first. And that's AI as your coding sidekick, where the AI is actually trying to write Apex code for you. We're talking about tools like Salesforce's own Einstein for developers or GitHub Copilot, and even the ones you might already be using, like Claude or ChatGPT. The whole goal here is to make you a faster coder. And they do offer some genuinely useful stuff. They can be pretty great for spinning up test classes, giving you boilerplate code, or even helping you brainstorm a really tricky formula field. No doubt about it. And this is a big but, here's the reality check from the pros who are actually using this stuff every day. You can't just throw a feature request at it and walk away. You have to spoon feed it so much context and then carefully check everything it spits out, because it has no idea about governor limits or the specific quirks of your org. So yeah, it saves you some typing, but you absolutely have to babysit it. Okay, let's switch gears to the second path. And frankly, this is the much more powerful one. This is where you, the developer, are writing code to call an AI model from inside your Salesforce org to drive your automations. See, this isn't about AI writing code for you anymore. This is about your code calling an AI to go do a job. This is how you start to build truly intelligent automation that's baked right into your core business processes. And this is where you can see the massive business impact, right? Just imagine automatically summarizing a gigantic, messy support case history or instantly analyzing survey feedback for sentiment. This is where the real game-changing value is. The dream is to weave AI deep into your business logic, which gives you what feels like complete control. But as you're about to find out, building these incredible features the native way, well, that comes with some pretty serious hidden challenges. Okay, let's talk about that steep price. Because as soon as you start building natively with Salesforce's Models API, you run smack into a giant wall of practical problems that can completely stall your project. Let's just walk through these because they are a huge deal. First, development is painfully slow. I mean, every time your business team wants to just tweak a prompt, that's a developer ticket and a whole new deployment. Second, the AI is totally disconnected. It knows nothing about your products or internal policies, so you have to build this massive complex system, it's called RAG, just to feed it context. Third, the workflows are just stuck. All the AI logic is buried deep in Apex code, which means your business users are completely locked out. Fourth, and this one's crazy, there's no real way to test. You're basically just deploying and praying, with no way to see how the AI will handle your actual historical data. And finally, governance is a total black box. Unpredictable pricing, security headaches, you name it. It all adds up to native AI projects being slow, risky, and just incredibly inflexible. So if that native path is just loaded with all these traps, what's the alternative? Well, the answer lies in a much more sophisticated approach called agentic AI. Now, this is a really important distinction, so let's break it down. A fully autonomous AI agent can kind of go rogue, which is powerful, but maybe a little risky for a business. Agentic AI workflows are different. Think of them more like a super capable assistant that follows a very clear plan to get a job done. It's smart enough to correct itself and chain tasks together, but it operates within safe, predictable guardrails. And honestly, that's what most businesses actually need. And this is exactly where dedicated platforms like Easel AI, for instance, really come into play. They're built from the ground up as agentic workflow engines, specifically to solve all those native headaches we just talked about. They handle all the messy parts, like integrating knowledge sources, and they provide no-code tools so your business teams can actually manage the AI themselves. And this is crucial. They let you test and simulate performance before you ever go live. I mean, when you put the two approaches side by side like this, the difference is it's stark. You go from a slow, developer-heavy process that takes months to a fast, flexible system that your business teams can actually own and manage themselves, sometimes in just minutes or hours. It's a whole different world.
So, what does all this mean for the future of your role as a Salesforce Pro? Where does this big shift actually leave you? Here's the key takeaway. For most companies, the real value isn't going to be in building all the AI plumbing from scratch anymore. It's going to be in using these powerful agentic platforms to really quickly design and ship intelligent automations that solve real problems, save your company a ton of time, and make your customers way happier. And that really leaves us with one final question to think about. As these incredibly powerful new tools become the norm, is your most valuable skill going to be writing code, configuring clicks, or architecting the intelligent conversations and workflows that are going to truly power your business?